You're listening to Lyfe and Shyt. I'm Danielle Walker.
And I'm Tommy Walker.
Join us as we talk about our journey overcoming fears, boundaries, marriage, family, lifestyle, business, and whatever other shit you can think of.
We're individuals that came together to create one unit with one mind and one goal.
Hey, baby.
What's up, girl?
How you doing?
Outstanding.
I got a question for you.
Hit me.
I might need a refill on my glass of wine for this one.
All right, let me pour you up before you ask a question.
I'll ask the question while you're pouring up.
Oh, that means I might need a glass too then. All right.
Why do men cheat?
Why do men cheat? I would say for a variety of reasons, right? Men cheat for a variety of reasons, but most likely it would be sex. Would be probably, if this was Family Feud, sex would probably be the number one answer. But every man is different, so you got emotional reasons, you got mental reasons, you know what I mean? But physical reasons probably would be number one.
Yeah, I could see that. I say greed, convenience. New booty, right? It's new booty.
Yeah,
like I
that.
just
There's nothing like new booty. True that. Yeah.
Immaturity.
Okay.
A lot of immaturity. Question: why did you cheat on me?
Shit. Well, today's topic is about sex. I guess I gotta just sex and monogamy, right? I cheated on you. I was young. Mm-hmm. It was a long time ago. I was young.
Long time ago.
Yeah, long. In my Bernie Mac voice, long time ago. But true. Honestly, I was young, of course. Stupid, greedy. Because at the end of the day, like we just said, it's about new booty. It's about trying to dominate, right? The whole divide and conquer mentality. And we talked about it in a few podcasts before too. Not having a mentor to show you what a marriage is supposed to be like, and actually someone teaching you in the guide of how you're supposed to be as a man in wedlock. I mean, I use that. Did I use that appropriately?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I come from a family where there's not a lot of married women. So there's not a lot of us that are married. So there's nowhere I can get some solid advice from a woman who's been married many years to say, hey, well, listen here, this is what happens. People have given up. Even me saying, even being cheated on is a thing where people are like, oh, you were cheated on and you guys made it past that. Yeah, we did. It hurt. It was painful. It was hell, right? It was uncomfortable for a long time in the house.
A lot of awkward conversations.
Conversations. A lot of times, and ladies, if you ever gone through it, you just wake up and just want to slap them. You know what I mean? But then it's like, okay, get over it or get over the person that you're with. Mm-hmm. Was it so bad that you just can't forgive him? And if you're gonna stay with him, like we stayed together, I couldn't throw it in your face consistently because one, I could if I wanted to, but it wouldn't have done any good. Yeah. It would affect me.
It would have been unhealthy.
Yeah, definitely. It would have, if for both of us, right? Me never letting you or allowing you to heal or get over it, or us never being able to heal, and then me keeping it fresh in my mind. So
that's very true, and I applaud you for that. Thank you.
Oh well, thank you.
Because that was like you said, it was a moment in our life where and when you think back on it, of course, if you ever listen to any person that got a little wisdom under their belt, I'm not gonna call them old, but I say anybody with wisdom, always the typical quote that they always say is, "Had I known what I know today back then, I would be a different person I am today." And granted, I am who I am today because of those things back then. But when I look back on it, like in reality, I could have lost my relationship, my marriage, all because of a physical demand. It wasn't even like, there wasn't even no value in it. It was literally just young and stupid.
Yeah.
And you can't explain that. Like there's no right way of explaining it. Mm-hmm. And you just have to be with somebody that says, all right, you're stupid. and you have to be okay with accepting that stupid and then fix it from there. But that's work together. Like that's nothing that happens by yourself. Like I could have never done that on my own. That was legitimately work on both our parts. So I applaud you for that, and I appreciate that, even till to this day.
Definitely. Thank you.
I look at you like my girl.
I love you. And now we started off with asking the question: do men cheat? What do women cheat?
Oh, hell yeah. So women call it different though. So women,
they call it different.
Yeah. They don't call it cheating. It depends on where you at. Cause you have women that says, well, I have, and this is single women. I'm not saying married women. Single women will say, and single because they're not exclusive, right? So they'll say, well, I have a man for different things.
Right. Or even if it's just to come and fix stuff, like, this.
Exactly.
Like, that's Paul. Paul comes and he does the cabinets.
He's the plumber.
He helps with stuff.
He's the handyman. Yeah. He's all the jobs that men hate.
Yep. Yep. And then I need somebody to help me with my car. You know what I mean? Like, oh, no, I need Carl now because Carl's going to help me with my car.
Exactly. Like, what? So you got to do for different areas of your life that needs whatever.
True.
And it's legitimate. Like, women legitimately live by that. Like, they know that's all he does.
Yeah.
Like, just because he comes over and fix things, he don't go beyond that.
That's it.
And then you have the guy that does have the sexual. He actually provides the sexual. So and that goes into.
It'll be just that, just the sexual part of it,
Yeah, you don't want to talk to him. You don't talk to him because he might be a dummy. Like his conversation is whack.
But the sex is amazing.
But that's
right?
not called cheating, right? Because what you would like to say is, I'm up front.
Yeah.
At least I'm telling you. That you're not number one, but I ain't telling you number 10 either. You don't, as a man, you have no yo, what the fuck am I in this rating scale? Don't think about it, bro.
Yeah, just remember you're in the number. So if you don't want to be in the number, then don't be in the number. There's people there'll be more. There's a nice little line. It's a team. So
that doesn't sound as.
But that's different. That's as a single.
That actually sounds a little okay. Like you know what? As a dude, like yo, baby. You ain't number one, but I got 6 days out of the week, and out of the 6 days out of the week, I'm not always available.
Women not gonna go for that.
Hell no, they're not gonna go for that. Like, what the fuck you mean? You're not available.
Yeah,
you only want to talk to me on Wednesday? Fuck you, homie.
True.
So that goes into the different types of monogamy.
Yes. But before we go there, I do want to just touch a little bit more on when married woman, or if a married woman would cheat.
No, that's cheating.
It's emotional. Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be just for greed. Maybe sometimes convenience. Yeah, maybe sometimes, but generally, if a married woman is pushed to that point, then generally it's over. It's not really like, oh, I'm going to step out and then come step back in. It's like, I'm pretty much over you and I'm moving on. So
would you say that's the reason why if a woman cheat, it's harder to rekindle that because a woman's already done versus as a man cheats, that shit was like flipping a coin. The goddamn wind blew. It could be a multiple reasons. But for women, it's pretty much like, or I don't know. I mean, women have their vices too.
That's true too. That is true. And they just want to sleep around, or not. I'm not saying sleep around, ladies. Men want to sleep around too. I'm not trying to put it,
But women do it better, as the cliche always say, right? That's right. Women do it better. So if you're a married woman and you out there like cheating, then of course you're like, pretty much I'm done, and you're on to the next one. And if you got caught, is it easy to come back? Typically, because of a man's ego, 1,000% no.
Yeah, it'll be hard. Yeah. It'll be hard too.
Because ego, at the end of the day, is like somebody else beat me. They got into my lion's den.
Yeah, it's true.
And they pissed all over the goddamn tree.
Yeah.
So it's huge.
Yeah, it's true story. Like I could sit here and say, we could have our conversation, but then if it was the opposite and I cheated on you, then it would be a little different of a conversation. You'd be a little more like,
Man, my voice would be different. I sound like DMX or Ja Rule. I'd be growling at you the whole time.
Which, when it was fresh, it was. Now we can go into the different types.
The 5 types of. So I think women created the 5 types of monogamy because legitimately, if you've never heard of the 5 types of monogamy, Danielle's about to break them down.
Yes.
And honestly, this is definitely if you got a homegirl, and I'm sure if if you've listened to our average, our episode, Average of the Five, you got a homegirl that has 5 different dudes, or you got 5 homegirls and one of them have 5 different dudes.
And that is true. The first one is physical, right? And which is the main one. It's physical monogamy. It's me and you. We're physical only with each other, and that's it.
So I'm the one that touches the sweet spot.
That's it. Oh, no one else gets to touch the cookies. No one else goes in the cookie jar.
I think I'd rather be that guy for you. Based on the rest of them, I'll be that one. Sign me up.
The next one is social, right? So social monogamy. It would be where like a lot of politicians do this, movie stars, even people who are in a relationship and they're not really ready to reveal their true self.
Okay.
They'll stay hidden in a relationship or a social relationship. So it's like we're married in public, but that's it. So
it's that like that. Such and such was seen together on the red carpet. It's like, well, it's not official yet. That might just be when we go out. This is who I go out with because we look good together.
Hollywood, they do that for movie sales, right? So it's like, okay, we're in the movie together, so now let's be seen or be seen certain places. Now the rumors are out, and it's going to make people want to watch the movie a little bit more, right?
So don't be socially cheating on me either. Don't be stepping out with somebody else, a bigger star. Or a lesser star shit. like why you with this dude? He B-list. I can see that. It's hard out there.
So socially monogamy, we're there as well, babe. I think you don't really step out too much with other people. Like you wouldn't be on the red carpet.
I don't step out with nobody.
Exactly.
I don't step out too much. No. Don't get that twisted. That people thinking.
And then the other one is emotional, right? And emotional is that's a hard one. Is you have to agree to only have strong emotions and an emotional connection with each other.
Yeah,
that means you can never ever allow another person to have that emotional connection. And I think when it comes to cheating, that's a hard one. I would prefer you to physically not be monogamy than emotional with someone else, because then I'd be like, oh wait, I just feel her on a different level. That would just like blow me away.
Yeah, that's inside.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that one too. So I'm down for emotional. I'm out of the 5. I'm down for emotional and physical, because I tell you all the time, like the way like my emotion rating is limited. And I got room for one person.
That's
my
true.
wife. That's it.
True.
You got 1,000%. Like my shit is done after that. So emotionally, I don't have the energy for anybody else.
Oh man, you barely got the energy or any kind of emotion.
Facts. Yeah, that's and that's why I am the way I am, because like emotionally, people you don't show very much emotion. No, I do show emotion. My kids get it. Whatever scale you want to call it. My wife gets it. My family gets it. But my fucks go but so far. That's it. I have 0 fucks after that. So to put emotion into another human, like, oh man, like, I ain't gonna say that, another relationship, that's just too much energy.
Yeah. And it is, you care. When you care about someone, it's when you're emotionally attached or involved like that, right? Involved. You're like, I'm in here, right?
I'm all in.
So yeah. So that is draining. You're giving all your emotions.
And that's why it's hard, because if women cheat, it's usually emotional.
Yep.
So when women give up that emotional, then it's like, hey, bruh, I'm sorry.
Like,
you fucked up.
Yeah.
It don't even matter. You fucked up.
And then there is financial monogamy.
Financial monogamy?
Monogamy.
How does financial monogamy work? My paycheck only goes to you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We only share our money with each other.
That doesn't necessarily work with child support. But so all my people out there with child support, especially if you got multiple child supports going in different areas, as a wife is like, all right, I'm gonna have to let go of financial monogamy with you, bro.
Hey, that's true. I didn't think about that. That's me. I automatically, I'm like, okay, so physical monotony. Am I saying that correctly?
Monogamy.
I go ahead, you could do that, but you're gonna wait. You gave her what? You gave her money for a bag? You gave her money for what?
Not a bag.
For college? I don't care. You gave her money? No. That's like a double cheating, right? It's like a triple. Like, wait, girl. Not only did he cheat, but he bought the bitch. I can understand that. Oh no, yeah.
Emotional and financial is on the same. I don't know. It's like the same wave. There's something there.
Yeah, definitely. It's all in the sacral chakra too. So it's all right there, and it's all together.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
That's a whole nother conversation as well. And then activity.
That's the
right?
last one.
Mm-hmm. Activity. And that's basically certain things that you do with certain people, right? So it's like this person likes to jump out of planes and I like to jump out of planes, but my husband doesn't like to jump out of planes. So I go jump out of planes with just this guy. Or like golf, I don't golf like you golf. I mean, I'm learning how to golf so that I can golf with you. But I'm not ready to actually go and do eight. See, I'm like 8 balls or 8. See,
add a 1 to that 8. 18 holes.
18 holes.
8 holes. No, that's called miniature golf. 18 holes. So it's funny because that seems a little more common and okay. Like people have literally a monogamous relationship, and you don't think of it in that sense, right? Because you're friends. So this is my golf buddy,
right?
This is the only woman I go out golfing with, and you be like, yeah, that's cool. That's or the work husband, right? I always technically I'm your work husband now,
yes,
because you call me for every damn thing.
This is true.
But it's the same thing. Like you got your work husband, you do these activities with, or it's like, oh, I'm going to happy hour with John,
right?
And it's cool because like, oh, John is John.
Yeah. I work with John. I'm with John literally like all day long, So, now we're going to go do happy hour. It's just, that's just what we do.
That sounds like a lot of energy for these 5 types of monogamy. And legitimately, I think women have that hands down. Like that's easy. For men, we get confused. I was like, if I was the dude that had all these different women in these different, and I was trying to figure it all out, I'd be like, yo, let's go jump out of an airplane tonight. And you'd be like, I've never done that with you. And I'm like, oh shit, wrong phone call. My bad. Wrong text message. You were the social one.
And I think with men, it's a lot of blurry lines, right? Because it's hard to just keep them social. I think that men always in the back of their mind are like, hey, anytime you want to get physical, it's on, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
1,000%.
like for women, if you're my activity friend, then you're gonna stay in that activity box pretty much for life. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, no. We only do that together. Like what? If you try to do anything different, it's like, oh wait, what are you doing?
So I guess that allows me to ask a question then. Are women sexually deprived then? Like, I mean, because you got all these different categories and nobody's crossing boundaries, right? Are you sexually deprived as a woman?
No, most definitely not. And I'd say, well, me as a married woman, no. But even when I was a single woman, no, because you definitely still have that physical person who is going to physically please you. And these other guys may get lucky at some time or another, but that's, it's generally they're for that reason only. So deprived, no, because we're going to be taken care of, right? And it's like that little piece of emergency in the glass case, right? Because if my physical guy is gone, like if something happens to him, he gets married, it's like, oh shit, he's married now, like, oh, well, now the activity guy looks a little interesting, like, well, we do have fun jumping out of those planes, you know what I mean? Like maybe we could do some physical things now,
man.
So it's like,
That's tough. That is tough. That is tough. So as we talk about this, it sounds like monogamy is not like people always talk about monogamy is definitely not a human origin kind of a thing. Like that, we wasn't made like that. Right. It's not in our DNA to be monogamy. We actually had to be taught that, right? And we're still struggling with it today. Yeah,
it's even biologically, our biological makeup is not made up to be monogamous at all.
And it goes back to, like, if you think about it, like, I mean, we're animals, right? And if you look at any other animal that is even close to our species, and monkeys being the closest, apparently, like chimpanzees and the fucking I forget what that bamboo is called. The baboon.
Yeah,
it was one of them.
Yeah,
but
they have the male genitals are similar to ours.
It's a trip. Like nobody that's even close to us is monogamous, but yeah, we put so much emphasis on it, and it all stemmed back to, like, legitimately, it all comes back from when we started farming. Like as a tribe, that wasn't the thing. So as a tribe, it was, it takes a village, right? It took a village to make a kid.
Yeah, definitely. It would be where when one man was out doing things, gathering or at war or whatever, then another man would be at the house taking care of the woman, so to speak. Or they would just, the way it works is that a woman would be able to have orgasms back to back, and then male, once they have an orgasm, they have to pause biologically, right? They can't continue. And then another man will come in and continue on. And at the end of the day, if the woman became pregnant, there was no, oh, I'm that dad. No, literally the whole village would raise that child. And that's where the term "it takes a village to raise" came from, right?
Yeah,
because
facts.
it's like everyone was together. This is our baby. So it's all of our kids, and all together we can do this. But yes, once we started farming, once we started building, once I needed a strong boy for my farm, then it was like, oh, no,
son.
yeah.
Hey, dudes got choosy.
Yeah, it was like, oh, this is not no village anymore. No, this is my land, and I need my boy to be over here helping me farm it. So it's different now.
Sounds like a very masculine, egotistic way of controlling. Like, so this is the old way, right? It's like, all right, we all out here. We all having fun.
Yeah.
Like, hey, women are having their fun. They're like, yeah. And it's funny because we read a book, right? And in the book, it talked about how women moan more than men, right? And that's facts. Women will moan, but it's a call. It's a call to say, hey, I'm ready. I'm available. And, it's mating season. Like you said, one dude comes in, he does his thing. And if she don't get pregnant, doesn't matter, because the next dude's coming in. He's doing his thing, and then that dude goes out and he does whatever and it was no like, oh, that's mine. It was no possession, right? It's just what they did,
right? And
then agriculture comes in to play, and now we got 12 acres of land, and we're like, I don't want to do this shit by myself. So I need my woman, and I need my son, and I need, all of a sudden, my family is coming into play.
And if it's 10 men and we only got 4 boys, that's a problem, because it's like, okay, who's gonna take the boy? Like, no,
Yeah,
that's my son.
And I guess, you know what? That's probably why we start naming. The
Juniors, Junior,
the 5th. Well, because I'm Tommy Walker the 2nd.
Yep.
So of course there's a Tommy Walker Sr. And my son is Tommy Walker the 3rd.
It's the Tommies.
We don't call him. We don't call him that, but he knows on paper he's the 3rd. And if I ever come into some farmland, hey boy, we going back. We taking it back to the old days.
Yes.
So agriculture changed the game for us. And that and STDs, unfortunately, right?
Yeah,
because
true.
To me it sounded like that was a great time, because there was no level of attachment. Sex was part of your routine, and then STDs come along, and you're like, all right, well, this shit's spreading like goddamn coronavirus. So we gotta.
That's going from here to like way over there. Yeah, you're exactly right. As far as history goes.
Yeah, it's like agriculture and STDs. Monogamy. Like, that was the solution. It was like, hold up. We got 12 acres of land, and I'm 80 years old, and I can't farm it by myself. And then we got STDs. How do we fix this?
Yeah.
Monogamy.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was the solution. That was the quick fix. Yeah. That is a trip. So you got better health, and you got better corn.
And then you mentioned the 80-year-olds, right? They're now able to last longer. So there's a lot of different relationship changing in later years now. People being married for 25 plus years and then divorcing, like the Gates, right? And I think that's because of the blue pill.
Well, so when you get old as a man, right? Sex. That's what they say. I'm still in my prime. I am still a very young. So I don't look forward to getting to that portion of getting old. I look forward to the wisdom, but that's what they say is, as a man, you slow down, and then you have these pills. So would you be upset? Now, we're 75, 77, 80 years old. And as a woman, from what they say, women still going. Like they don't stop.
Right.
So I'm like, my hat's off to you.
Right. That's why the cougars are real.
Is facts. Facts 1,000%. So if I say, yo, babe, I done shot all my bullets. I'm done. But I got this little power boost, and it'll keep me going. Would you be okay with that?
Oh shoot, we gonna make a night out of it. I'm gonna be like, babe, so Friday, take the little blue pill.
Don't remind me. Don't make me. I want to surprise you with it. Like, no, I just want to come with the.
I don't want to be surprised. Like, a surprise! I'm gonna fuck the brakes off of you tonight. Like, oh no, just I want to be prepared. I want to be prepared. Like, okay, tonight's gonna be one of those nights. Like do something like wear red drawers or something. Then I know, like, okay, tonight it's going down.
So red draws and a blue pill.
Yeah,
it's happening. But don't judge me, right?
No,
don't judge me because life happens. We getting older.
Yeah.
There's the trip is like we have all of these different things to keep us around longer, right? We got heart medicine. For people that got high blood pressure, cholesterol, it's a lot of different things that we have to deal with as humans. And science has been able to give us things to keep us going longer. And why not have a sexual thing to keep it's so much frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
If you talk about it, no matter how old you are, you could be, if you got an issue at 40 years old and you taking a pill, why is it frowned upon?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And then here's the other side of it. Women, we have all kind of lubrications, right? All we have to do is throw a little lube on it and it keeps on going. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're in the mood, if we're not in the mood. It doesn't, we can put a little bit of juice and keep it rolling, So, we don't have a blue pill per se, but we do have something that can help us to seem as if we are ready, or to simulate as if we are ready to go, even if we're not, So to me, it's the same thing. It's just you have to actually take the pill, and then you have to wait about 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes later, and now it's on, right? But, same thing.
So does monogamy go out the window when I get old enough and I got to take a pill? You're like, no, fuck that pill. It's like, well, shit. If I don't take the pill, then I can't,
What do you mean go out of the window? So that means I could be a cougar?
Exactly. It's like if you're gonna get at me because I gotta take that off the table. It's like, well, you gotta take a pill. That's not right. It's like, no, I'm gonna take the pill to get right. So if I don't take the pill, then it's okay to throw monogamy out the window. Well, you go out and do as women did 2,000 years ago.
And the pool boy, we're gonna we don't even have a pool. Why do we have a pool boy?
I got a bathtub. He's here to check the bathtub. Fuck that. At the end of the day, what it's all about is monogamy is not a natural thing, right? So it's not natural. So we can't beat each other up about it. It's a learning thing for both of us. Now, no matter what your age is, you got to learn how to do it. And as long as you're having an open conversation about it, and there's no judgment at the end of the day, of course, like everything else we say, as long as you communicate, you'll get to, ultimately what you're looking for in your relationship. And the same thing with sex. You could be a pursuer or you could be a participant in monogamy. But at the end of the day, the highest level of sexual excitement is in a monogamous relationship. All my years of having sex with, back in the days before I got married, I was a kid, you know what I mean? And now today, being married for 13 years and a relationship for 16 years, my mind gets blown like I was 18 all over again.
I love it. Yeah, and that's a good point too, babe, because when you're young, sex is still a new experience for you, right?
Yep.
So, I tell girls all the time who ask, oh, well, why does he cheat, or why do men cheat, or why are they cheaters, and this and that, and I'm like, first off, men, their sexual organs are on the outside of their bodies. I say all the time, they're on the outside of their bodies, right? So when the wind blows, boom, when hell, they could sit down and they could tug a little on their pants and bing, So as a young boy, you don't know how to control that, or you only know one way to control it, right? Big Mouth is a show that's out. It's a new episode out right now, and it's crazy. But it shows the adolescent and their sexual experiences on like 1,000, like times 1,000, right? But it's the reality of these little boys that are just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, and they're just like all over the place. But it's one of those things that as you get older, your immaturity, it's one of those reasons, right? So as you mature, then you're able to channel that sexual energy, and then you're able to like kind of respect it more.
Facts. Sex shouldn't be an awkward conversation, especially for humans. It's a part of our culture. It's who we are. Like we have to have it. So it shouldn't be an awkward conversation. It shouldn't be something where you feel insensitive or I feel nervous to talk to you about it. It should be open. It should be something that we put on the table, like talking about bills.
Right.
Like if we're open to talk about bills, we should be open to talk about sex.
Yep.
We should be able to explore sex, especially if we're in a monogamous relationship.
Yep.
If I'm committing to this relationship, we should be able to explore everything that's under the sun with the partner that we're with.
That's right. And my final thought is nothing is sexier than a man or a woman who can face temptation and have the level of maturity to say, this is not worth losing that person.
Facts.
I go back to the movie Hall Pass. And it's one of my favorite parts in that movie was J.B. Smoove was the actor. And I don't know if you all have seen the movie before, but Hall Pass, it's basically the husbands are given a blanket, quote unquote, hall pass to do whatever they want for the day, right? So they like do mushrooms, smoke weed, and then if they cheat, they can cheat. It's whatever you want. It's a hall pass for the day. We'll have another podcast on just hall passes.
I don't think it's real.
Well, we can give each other one, and then we'll see. But anywho, so JP Smoove gets all the way to the point where he's been married for years, but he gets to the point where he's just about to get some new booty. He's so excited. He's like, like I'm about to tap that ass, and he wants to call the person that he loves the most. He wants to call the person that he shares everything with. He wants to call his best friend, and that's his wife. And he's like, like, how am I going to explain this to her? And then he's like, you know what? This not even really worth it. It's not really what I want to do. I'm not in love with her. I am in love with my wife, and my physical monogamy is just towards her.
Facts, physically and emotional. And my final thought is communicate with who you are with, and don't let selfishness or affairs of the heart predetermine your life and relationship. That's what it's all about. I love you, girl.
I love you too.
It's life and shit. Do us a favor. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. Leave a review. Let us know what your thoughts are. That's the only way that this show is going to be successful. And we appreciate you. Talk with you next time.